Hello, I'm His Royal Highness Gert. In this new series, we're looking at the dying arts of Britain. And joining us for the series is our expert, Agnes Ballgrip.
Hello.
Have you finished yet?
No.
Hello and welcome to another Gert's Bucket. Today we've travelled across country to sunny Scarborough to see what's probably Britain's most famous of the dying arts, the Punch Judy show. And joining me today as ever is our resident art expert and hippie, Miss Agnes Ballgrip. So, Agnes, you must have spent many an hour on the beach watching Punch Judy, wishing the tide had come in.
I found it jolly exciting. It was possibly one of the most liberating times in my entire childhood. Daddy and me travelled down to Southend. It was when Mummy was in the hospital. We were there for quite some time, and I used to creep down to the beach every morning, and I'd sit there with the working class children and watch Punch and Judy while he sat in the bar. I sat there for months, actually, for the entire summer season, until he realised that possibly I was picking up swear words and nits. But what I loved about it, what I found innovating and energising, was there was the casual violence that I just didn't have access to at home. I mean, obviously children today have Jeremy Kyle, so it's all rather moot. But jolly, yes.
Yes, interesting. Now I say sunny Scarborough, but it is actually persisting it down, and I've had to commandeer this old people's home to put the show on, and it would be more fitting to put a show on in front of than the old folk.
Has it started yet?
No, it hasn't. Bugger off.
I survived the war, you know. Hitler didn't get me.
No, there's always next time. So, Agnes, tell us the history of Punch and Judy.
As you will absolutely, I'm sure, know already, there have been Neolithic remains of Punch and Judys found in caves scattered right across the globe. You'd find mammoth bones of tiny little Punches and Judys and babies and sausages and crocodiles even. And what I find thrilling is that was where the spark, the very essence of Punch and Judy was born, in a cave, somebody finding a piece of mammoth bone that looked like a chap with a rather large nose. Fast forward a few centuries and you come to Commedia dell'arte, which, I mean, everybody knows is the absolute root of our modern day Punch and Judy today. So Mr. Punch would have been Punchinello in the original Italian, until we bastardised it.
Yes, that's wonderful. Now, this isn't any normal Punch and Judy show. This is, in fact, a man and wife team. And I've been told by the proprietor that this is a feminist revival for Punch and Judy, who was dead in water like fish. Yes. So without further ado, let's meet the man and wife team behind the show. Bring them on. So you must be Adela Barbaratalax.
Sí. That is my great name.
What a fantastic name, you know, that reminds me of the knights of old and clashing of swords and running peasants through. So, what's your name?
Dave.
Yes, wonderful name there. Miss Battleaxe, it must be joyful for you to work with your husband on such a project like this.
Joyful? To work with my husband? Tú no sabes de lo que estás hablando, fíjate, déjame pararte ahí en seco y te voy a explicar lo que está sucediendo aquí. Este cabrón no es un hombre. Un hombre así, lo que se dice un hombre de verdad, no es. Se quedó atascado en la adolescencia. Es más, ni siquiera está prendido de la chichi de su mamá. Digo, no usa pañales porque no me alcanza el presupuesto para comprárselos.
Yeah, so I think we get the idea behind that then. Dave, you must be playing the part of Punch. I bet you can't wait to get on there and give Judy a couple of good slaps, eh?
No, Your Highness. She won't let me play Punch. She won't even let me be in the show. As she says, it's demeaning to women.
Right.
So, but, never mind. I'm going to do my own show, my own act at the same time.
Oh, that's fantastic. 2 acts for the price of 1. So what are you going to be, Dave?
Well, you're going to be amazed, Your Highness, because tonight, Matthew, I'm going to be the human airport.
Well, marvellous, I can't wait.
Oh, I do like an airport. It's one of my very favourite things. I think it's just the excitement. There's lovers meeting, lovers arriving, drugs things going on with those dogs, you know, arrivals and departures. It's kind of a microcosm for the whole of humanity, I find. And I just like the cleanliness, and let's face it, there's an internal sock shop in all of us, isn't there? I saw Richard Branson once at Gatwick.
Oh, really?
Yes, yeah.
Lovely.
Thank you.
Well, let's have a break so they can prepare for the show.
Boo!
Yeah, boo, boo. Fuera, fuera de aquí. Oh, ¿dónde está Punch? ¿Dónde está ese cabrón de pinche Punch? Punch. Oh. ¿Dónde estabas, eh? Pues nada, me fui a la tienda nomás a comprar mis salchichas. ¿Qué salchichas ni qué salchichas? ¡Ay, no me pegues que sí te pego! ¿A dónde andabas? Ay, no, espera. Toma, 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 toma. No, por favor. Toma, 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 toma. Toma, cabrón, te lo mereces por esa narizota. Te vamos a... Oh, Ay, por favor, Judy, cállate la boca. Toma, 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 toma. Toma, y toma, y toma más y más y más y más y más. Go, 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 go. Toma. Judy, por favor, me está cállate la boca. Toma. Toma, toma, te digo que te voy a dar con todas mis fuerzas porque tú ya me tienes hasta la coronilla. ¡Ah! Soy una mujer libre. El policía, el policía. Pinche policía, ¿dónde estás, cabrón? Pinche madre. No, ningún hombre me va a volver a agarrar a mí. Señorita, por favor. ¡Manos arriba! A mí nadie me dice manos arriba ni volveré a tomar órdenes de ningún hombre. Que he dicho que manos arriba, que no he dicho yo que no. ¡Toma ya! Y voy a ir por todos ustedes también, bola de cretinos, cobardes. ¡Te odio, David! ¡Te odio! ¡Eres un gusano asqueroso! ¡Púa de tu pinche cola! ¡Voy a ir por todos ustedes! ¡Los voy a agarrar a todos! ¡No importa dónde rayos esconda!
I do like a good airport, actually. I'm trying to think of my favourite. I like David Ben Gurion, that's in Israel. And then, of course, there's Toronto International. Did you know there's been a religious experience around that? You can actually book tickets to go. There's people speaking in tongues and all sorts. And I think there's been miracles and cures. There's that one in New York as well, where you speak into the walls. You can hear yourself. This is almost like sort of passing a message on. It's quite bizarre. I think it's something to do with the acoustics, but I do like a good airport.